व्यसनी लोकां खातीर कोलवाळे पुनर्वसन केंद्र सुरू केलां. मॅथ्यू ब्रागानाच्या यादीन हे केंद्र सुरू केलां. ताका हो रिकवरी सेंटर अशें नांव दवरलां. गोवा दमणचो ऑक्झिलरी बिशॉप सिमियांव प्युरिफिकांव फेर्नांडीसान ह्या उपक्रमांक बेसाव दिले. पळयात हो यादगार सुवाळो.
Give expression to my inmost thoughts this morning. REHAB. R stands for renewal. I think this is a wonderful place for renewal of mind and body. The second letter is empowerment. Empowerment through healing. I think people who would come here with their weaknesses will realize as days go by that they are empowered to live anew. The third letter is H, which stands for hope. I think hope is very essential, and the name given to this beautiful house is Hope Recovery Center. Hope Recovery Center. The next letter is A, which stands for acceptance. I think this house is a worthy place where these people will be accepted in spite of their weakness, in spite of their sickness. And finally, the letter B stands for building. A better tomorrow will be built here for all those who come to this place, of course, with hope. I express my great joy being here this morning, and I would like to congratulate the Claration family, and in particular Father Pradeep and Father Valentine, and I also congratulate the Provincial of Bangalore, Father Shabu George. I cannot finish this short speech without expressing my deep sense of gratitude to the family members of late Matthew Berganza, who had made it possible to donate this land for this noble and highly esteemed cause.
In a similar way, when you think of education, we have these in education schools. We are hearing some sad stories of children committing suicides, tensions in schools, fights between children, or sometimes even assaults by teachers over students. And that is a very saddening thing, because education should be a place where children should come with a happy mind, for a happy environment, and go back happy. But unfortunately, there are some things which do not change, and we need to get those things done. For this reason, I have been encouraging and insisting that we have permanent, regular counselors, not fly-by-night counselors who come twice a week and not available for the rest of the week. In this background, when we see this Hope Recovery Center, which the Braganza family has so generously helped in establishing, is something which is in the part of our life system, where we not only bring people who have gone astray back into the mainstream, but keep them occupied, keep them engaged, and make sure they don't have thoughts to go back into the days which they had slipped into for whatever reason they might have gone there. Drug addiction today is becoming a very, very serious issue, not just about tourists, not just the foreigners, which you know, those which we call the hippies of those days, but even amongst the school children and the village youth. And I think this kind of a corruption of mind, soul and body is something which needs very much attention right at this time, before the situation goes.
Our boys and girls to get addicted to this. If we come to know anywhere there is some suspiciously people selling drugs and all, we need to talk about it, we need to give the information, we need to come forward and secretly pass this information to the superiors of the police. They are doing a job. But we as responsible people, we need to take control of this situation. And at the same time, we have seen drugs changing, like nowadays there are tablets, there are small papers, so many different types of drugs. Very, very small, liquid form, so many Like these are all chemical drugs which will ruin our generations. This will ruin, means the young boys and girls who are just coming up, who are very good in studies, they can get addicted to it. So we need to keep an eye on them. We need to always guide them. We need to always talk about this. Sometimes we do not talk. Sometimes we shy away from talking to our young boys and girls. They should know what it is. Sometimes we need to bring them once this this institution starts functioning and they have inmates over here. We need to bring our young boys and girls and show them, see, this is what it is. Once you get addicted to alcohol, you cannot live without alcohol. From morning to evening, you require alcohol, or you feel that something is not there in my body. The same way it happens with drugs. And I have seen young boys and also very young girls doing drugs. They were caught and we had to talk to them so much because they were some friends